Hey everyone, it's Jessica Edwards in Wilmington, North Carolina. Had a closing yesterday that was delayed due to an attorney's office. And in this, every state is different. In the state of North Carolina, the contracts that we use for all real estate matters are all standard North Carolina forms. I've talked about that before. They're the same across the state, and the attorneys, all they do is facilitate the closing, prepare the closing statement, deed prep, title work, those kinds of things. They sort of just facilitate the closing and do that. In some states, the attorneys actually prepare and draft contracts, but in North Carolina it doesn't work that way. But a lot of times people think that the attorneys, the real estate attorneys in the state of North Carolina, do not play that important of a role, or it's not that important to the real estate attorney that you choose, because all they're doing is the title work and deed prep and pulling it all together, and that's it. They're not drafting contracts. That is such a huge misconception. Over my years in real estate, I've worked with a lot of different attorneys. I definitely have my favorite attorney's office now, Baker and Colby here in Wilmington. They're phenomenal. It's always a seamless transaction. They do the title work. They do everything when they need to. There are no snags. It's always a smooth process, and you can get a hold of them. You can ask questions. They're available, and they're on top of it. I just had a closing occur where a seller had used another attorney in the past, and people a lot of times, will have friends that are attorneys or somebody they've worked with in the past, and that's great. This particular instance, the attorney that he chose did a horrible job. Simple things like, their closing statement, where their instructions on where to wire the funds or send your certified check, they forgot to change the address. And so when he sent his certified check of, thousands of dollars for closing, it was returned and it was stuck in the mail for days and days and days, because they forgot that their address had changed of where that deposit was supposed to go, and they forgot to change it on the form. The deed was supposed to be done a week before it actually was. They were supposed to keep doing it and sending it every day. It was just kind of a sloppy transaction, and it held up the closing. It delayed us for a day. Had the seller not done some things with his bank and waited for that check to come back, it would have delayed us much longer. So just keep that in mind. When you're choosing a real estate attorney, ask your agent. We work with real estate attorneys on a day-to-day basis. So ask your agent, and if it's somebody, if you have friends that recommend somebody or whatever, ask around and see if people have had good experiences with them, or ask your agent if they've had a good experience, or if they've had problems with that office, before you just choose a real estate attorney and think that it doesn't matter, because it really does, in order to close in a timely fashion and just to have less stress for everyone. So anyways, it's really important, your real estate attorney who you choose, even if you think it's not in North Carolina. If you have any questions or comments, or you disagree, please feel free to email me at jessicaedwards@seacoastrealty.com, and of course check us out at www.thecarolinasfinest.com. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you all have a fantastic day.